It may be hard to let go because you have never truly had it. Why do some people know that a relationship is toxic for them, yet they cannot let go? Even after experiencing so much pain from this person, they keep entangling themselves in the relationship, torturing themselves to the extreme. Is it because they enjoy suffering? Actually, it's not. It's because, subconsciously, they are trying to use the relationship to save their past selves. There's a psychological term called core complex, referring to a fundamental life complex that acts as a trauma theme for a person's entire life script. For example, if a child is constantly suppressed by their parents and has siblings who are superior to them, they might marry a strong-willed woman as an adult. But when their wife outshines them, they become angry. Why? Because their wife triggers their deep-seated core complex of being suppressed, and they want to change that state, leading to anger and rage. They fall in love with this strong-willed woman because her dominance touches on their core fear of being incompetent. They long to rescue their helpless self from the familiar emotional pattern they had with their parents. Hence, they fall in love with the strong-willed person. This explains why some people know that their partner is toxic and that the relationship is harmful, yet they cannot leave or let go. Why? Because the relationship touches on their core complex, stirring their deep-seated pain, and they want to save their past selves. That's why they repeatedly get stuck in the relationship and cannot extricate themselves. I have a friend whose parents divorced when she was 3. She lived with her father, who was very cold towards her, barely speaking to her except for necessary exchanges like meals and sleeping. Even when my friend initiated conversations, her father wouldn't respond. She swore she would never be with someone like her father, but as she grew up, she found herself attracted to and loving people who shared similar personalities and behaviors as her father. Even when these people constantly subjected her to emotional coldness and neglect, she couldn't leave, always hoping her efforts would change their indifference. Why? Because their avoidance and coldness touched on her deep-seated core complex of not being seen or warmed. Her inability to let go stemmed from a subconscious belief that if she could change the other person, she could essentially reverse time and save the child who wasn't seen or warmed. So, if you find yourself trapped in a toxic relationship, repeatedly tormenting yourself and unable to let go, it might be because this person touches your core complex, and you want to use the relationship to make up for what you lacked in childhood. People cannot let go of something they have never had. If you were not cared for, seen, or warmed in your childhood, you are destined to be attracted to and unable to let go of a person who is avoidant and cold because you need the relationship to revisit your childhood and save your younger self. I understand this logic now, so how can we break free? The answer is not to practice letting go intentionally. What does this mean? When you feel you truly cannot let go, don't force yourself to do so. Instead, use the relationship to see your own deficiencies and traumas. Tell yourself that at this moment, you need to experience this relationship. Even if others think you're foolish, the relationship is worth existing because you need it to heal yourself. Even if the relationship is exhausting and painful, it's okay because you see the past self that needs saving. You can use the relationship to change your inner personality, soothe yourself, and break past cycles. Once you become aware of this, you can consciously make changes. Gradually, you will be able to detach from the relationship. Every end of a relationship signifies saying goodbye to an old part of yourself, perhaps an outdated mode from your original family or certain obsessions. If you force yourself to end it, you might delete and block the person today, but they will reappear in your life at some point, and you might even humbly reconcile with them. This is because you never understood why you were attracted to them or why you couldn't leave. Do you understand? Any relationship you can't leave is essentially because it carries your own projections, fears, or old patterns, and you lack a clear understanding of yourself. So, you can only stay in this familiar toxic relationship mode. But it's okay. As long as you can awaken and realize your needs behind the relationship, start self-care, and take care of your feelings, you're not just seeking pain but self-redemption. If you enjoyed this series, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Your free likes are the greatest encouragement for me. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.